Most of us think compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand everything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
What is going on, guys? Evan Aldo here. Oh, wait a second. Shoot, I just got to change my display real quick. Just give me 1 second here. Let me fix. Oh, okay. That fixed the issue. Okay, good. Cool. So we have, yeah. So you could see here we have, okay, the new exchange. Let's see. The new exchange here is BYDFI. And let's see. So why am I? Okay. So it's too much stuff. I'm looking at the freaking I-bonds or whatever. I'm like, I-bonds. It's I don't know. Anyway, what's up, Wonderbar? So yeah, we got the new exchange, BYDFI, no KYC, no VPN. Was looking through a lot of them. I think this one's a pretty good one. This, along with BloFin, I think are the best ones to use right now for no KYC, no VPN. You know, there's a few others. It is what it is. I like this one. It gives me more BitGet vibes a little bit. So yeah. More like yeah, BitGet vibes a little bit. So yeah. That's up. Yeah. Okay, so you see the freebie trade right here. Got a Bitcoin short and tried to take that. The ETH short, or excuse me, the ETH long did get stopped out. So tricky market in that aspect. But if I could get this one right that should be easily enough to be profitable. Had another one in for a while, so it is, you know, it's taken its time as a market. You know, it's taken its time as a market, but we'll get there. And then if you guys are interested in BYDFI, I was able to get you 10% off. It should be for life off your fees with BYDFI. The link is down below, and then here's the deposit bonuses as well. And then this in BloFin, even Bybit down below. If you sign up and deposit at least $100 in any of them, give you one free month in the VIP Discords. Check that out if you're interested. So I was looking at news. Inflation came out as, you know, as expected. And yeah. And then, okay, let's look at what's happening right here. So ultimately, you know, you look at your 2-day, you know, it still looks pretty good, but you know, you could have corrections on the way up there, hitting kind of that area right there. And then if we look at, let's move this down a little bit here. If we look at ultimately, always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. If we look at, you know, weekly still looks good. So your high time frames still look really good here. And yeah. And money flow coming into the red right there. Kind of looking like you're gonna a good shot of making your way down, it looks like. This would kind of be like one of the first places I think that we may be able to bounce right here, maybe, but it's not because you're, you know, below VWAP. It does look like it's going to be somewhere around 68 again. 71 though, I mean that 70K is going to be somewhat of a level, you know. But I'm looking more at that 68 and then hopefully continuing forward from there. Let's look at ETH a little bit, same situation. I don't think you're going to come all the way back down, but you know, it still looks pretty good overall on those larger time frames. But before then, I mean, you could easily come down to 24 again, maybe, or 25, let's say. You know, come down a little bit more, maybe. Range boundness, so it's definitely possible, and that would, you know, that 4-hour would kind of support that case. 4-hour would definitely support that case there. 30-minute as well, money flow kind of coming out. So yeah. And then if we kind of zigzags and all that, and money flow coming out there. So yeah, I mean, it still looks really strong, but short term you could see a bit more of a pullback or whatever. So that's what I'm kind of thinking a bit more down to these areas. I mean, it's been choppy. I mean, if you look at it, since that dropped down, you came up, redid that, came back up, and now you've just played around with spider lines. So in all likelihood, excuse me, in all likelihood, it does look like you may come down to these areas right now. Bitcoin dominance finally hit 60% at the big point that we've all been looking for. 62 could be next. I think this is going to top out relatively soon. But yeah, based on that monthly, so it could come up a little bit more. I would say that, I mean, if you look at where it topped out here in this 4-year cycle, December of 2020, so 2 more months would probably be the max. That was December of 2016, even when it started to come down there. So maybe December, 4-year cycle. I don't know. Hmm. Right there, but I still think that could keep going. ETH versus Bitcoin. Ooh. We were hoping a little bit, but not quite. Not quite. So it does look like that may come down a little bit too. Maybe the next few months. Damn. Just like thinking about the bearish situation. Maybe next few months could be bearish if these bearish things, you know, do play out. And then for a bottom here on others versus Bitcoin. So it is possible. I've been looking for the 30-year to start coming down. That's not happening just yet. It's even up on the day, surprisingly. Well, they're actually down a little bit now, but yeah, it's still up. Traditional markets have been down. What's up, dude? What's up? Down about Nasdaq, down about 300 points. Not a crazy amount, but you know. And BYD, what is that? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. What about Neo? I'm just curious about. That was like the Chinese one that somebody was telling me about, Neo. Not too much going on there. Yeah, if we look at ETH, that looks like it would continue downward, and then Bitcoin does look like a bit of a continuation downward. I would kind of guess. You got Halloween tonight for you guys. Halloween's right now for me in Bali. So yeah. ApeCoin. Dude. Just a dude. Okay. Just a dude. Gotcha. Okay, let's see here. PayPal slowly trying to make its way back up. I think it'll probably hold that area. DXY has been interesting. It came down a little bit. Maybe it'll get up to 105. That's been a boring freaking situation there. Definitely a boring situation. And now it's into the red on this Bitcoin short. So let's zoom in and see what's happening. Your yellow X's, you may see a little bit of recovery in the short term here. I can see that, yeah. From those areas. And then you would hope for maybe a trigger wave on the 2 hour or something like that to save you and bring you higher up, in all hope. And your hive time frame still look good. It's still an annoying kind of, definitely is an annoying situation, not the most fun situation. Because, you know, you have Bitcoin dominance at 60%, the big mark, and now, you know, you're hoping alts do something all of a sudden, but it's just not quite there yet. Matic, almost looks like you may come down a little bit more. Obviously, this time last year was relatively bullish, so, you know, as you came into November or whatnot, so, yeah. It's coming down a little bit. 3-week, trying to jump up there. Yeah, crypto.com. Yeah, I feel like things like will, you know, I don't think they're going to come down that much. Maybe 63 again, maybe 68, but then you'll jump up, I think. That's what I'm thinking. It's a good question. Let's look at AVAX. 3 weeks is good. 2 week. Trying to hit that level. This is the level you want to hold, guys. This is where you want to hold. You do have blood diamonds and such a little bit, but it's the really area you're looking to hold. So maybe you come down a little bit more. But yeah. Hmm. 24 or something. I think AVAX is a good buy at these levels. I don't know how much more you'll come down. I mean, you could look at Celestia, yeah. That's a little bit more iffy, but the giant reverse head and shoulders, I mean, you could try to trade that, you know, move upward, or we just, you know, fall through. But that trigger wave on the 2-day looks like it's going to be really good. Maybe wait for that and then get in on that. That could be a good place to give TIA a try. For potential, you know, 200% gain or whatever. We could look at SUI. That's trying to jump up. I mean, I see the hype on this. Maybe it could go based on that 3-day or whatever. Yeah. Definitely might be able to. Nice, Alexis, yeah. Was a nice pullback. And we'll see if that continues, which it absolutely might. AVAX 24, I think you're talking. Yeah, I mean, it could easily go back to. It's more of a DCA, I think, right now. Or wait till that blood diamond is, you know, settled or appears to be settled, or wait for the 2-day trigger. But I think ultimately, as long as you can keep, you know, at least like 20, you're kind of holding that case for that being the bottom, that drop there. Where's that? Yeah, in July, the July bottom. So I do think you may be able to continue there. Let's see what else is going on here. Doge, trigger wave right there, money flowing green, that looks pretty decent. Trying to jump up a little bit more. So yeah. Doge does look pretty good, especially with the potential Trump win. I mean, that's what a lot of people are thinking about, including myself. I mean, let's look at if anything has changed with that. We check it, you know, every day in the stream, and we're already, you know, on Tuesday. So a few days, just a couple days away from that. You know, it comes quick or comes slow. You know, 62% in favor for the Lion. It's close in Michigan. It's still close in Pennsylvania within margins of error. It's close in Wisconsin. According to CNN, Harris is winning Wisconsin. According to Rasmussen, it's close in Minnesota. That's not impossible for Trump to pull off. And Michigan's not too, yeah, according to CNN. I mean, according to Fox, pretty close in North Carolina too. So, yeah. Not so close in New Jersey. Not too close in New Jersey. What's up, Johnny M? How's it going? How's it going? So we looked at the Department of Government Efficiency. It does look pretty good in the macro. Looks like it could jump up, you know. It's listed on Coinbase. Yeah, it's 40 cents, so. Yeah, you'd probably make it back. This is like the most just giant reverse head and shoulder situation. That's your case back up to all-time highs there. You might be able to do it. You might. As of right now, we're losing 71K. So I do think 68, 69 is absolutely in the cards here. And then I don't really think you would go much below that. I think that's kind of your area if you do lose that 63, but I don't think you're going to lose 63. And then I think you should be able to generally keep going over here. So maybe we consolidate until election a few days, and then with good news of election, Trump winning or whatever, you know, 76 and 78, those big places, which 78 is going to be pretty big, I think. It's going to be volatility with the election. We'll see what happens. True, 3 week. 2 week. Algorand, yeah. I mean, a few of these do look like they may retest these lows. That's what's kind of looking like here. That's the big question, is others versus Bitcoin. Does this lose this big area? Kind of concerning on that 2 week, that 3 week. I mean, I would say the lowest that this was, oh, that wasn't even the freaking, if you look at what happened here in this cycle, your bottom for this was, this is what's interesting, was December 2016. Your bottom here was August 2019. So that, I mean, that was different. But December 2016, that would be another month. And that was a big drop down. I mean, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I don't think it will, but you know, it's not impossible to come back down to these low-ass areas as Bitcoin I mean, you'd probably see Bitcoin dominance come up quite a bit in that situation. I mean, I'm just thinking of it. What does Bitcoin dominance go up to? And where was Bitcoin dominance at the end of, you know, yeah, it was going up a bit more. So you'd probably see it in 66 or 65 or something. At least 62, I would think, if that does happen. So you'd probably see it keep going over the next 2 months. But I mean, if you follow this trajectory here, it's not a crazy freaking, yeah, that's just, oh yeah, that's not even, yeah, you'd see 62, but it wouldn't be, that is possible though. That is possible. It may be December. You know, that you could see, I don't know what happens to ETH and Bitcoin in that situation, but you could see alts bleed against Bitcoin for another 2 months here. You could see that happen. Don't know if it will. I mean, let's look at what that would look like for ETH versus Bitcoin. That would be, yeah, it would look like this essentially. So you got to go on like it would follow the same trajectory and probably hit this area. So if it were to do that, then, you know, right now, all the cash, if it were to do that, that's like, you know, no brainer, convert, you know, Bitcoin to ETH. So yeah, but on the bright side, it's only another freaking 15% down. So that's what we're looking at. Now, I mean, let's be really bearish for a minute. Like let's just say really bearish crap happens. I don't think it will, but let's say it does. Where does Bitcoin go under those circumstances? I mean, you probably come back down to here or something, you know, 54, something of that nature, maybe, into December. That would not be impossible. Again, I don't really think that would happen, but 50K is probably my lowest. Yeah, is it 54 to 50K? Where does ETH go in that situation? That's a lower low probably. Yeah, that's probably 2,000. Ben Cowan has talked about stuff like this, 1,800 or whatever. I don't think you're gonna go there, but I mean, let's see. What this is 33% down. I know some of you guys are probably thinking of, and it's getting way too bearish, and yeah, I think you're right. 25%, and this is 33% to come down to freaking 1,800. And on the bright side, though, I think this is worst case scenario. Like, I think this is the most bearish case scenario. Let's say Kamala wins. Let's say Trump wins by the skin of his teeth. There's a lot of, uprises, a lot of protests. Let's say things get crazy. Don't imagine Bitcoin doing extremely well if you're not sure who the next president's going to be. And if it's so close of an election, it goes to the Supreme Court. You already have Trump posting and talking about how there's, cheating or irregularities in Pennsylvania or whatever. Let's say he loses by a hair in Pennsylvania. A few thousand votes, maybe even less. It's probably going to the Supreme Court. There's a lot of potentials, a lot of possibilities here. And that would be your bearish case for things to come down, in my opinion. If you want something that could bring us down, yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. I would lean a little bit. I mean, let's just look at what happened in Bitcoin in the end of 2016 here. I know it's a long time ago. I know some of you probably think this means nothing. I don't think it means nothing, but, it doesn't mean it has to happen. Yeah, okay, so January was oh, wow. That was interesting. So you made let's actually go on the chart that I like a lot, because this is factored in for inflation. And I drew out where kind of we are right now, you know what I mean? Or where we were, wait a second, new all-time high shouldn't even, that was around new all-time high. Yeah, these were the new all-time high markers. So yeah. Yeah, just to do it. I think that this is what, nobody's talking about Supreme Court or any of those possibilities. They think it's going to be a concrete Trump win. I don't know. I think it's going to be close, and I think whoever loses is going to really say they won. So we'll see what happens. We'll find out within the next 5 days. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so came down. Well, okay. So where are we right now in this whole thing? End of 2016. So right here. We are. That was January. We're in November. So some consolidation, some sideways in this, then you break upward. So not too much happened there. So maybe a little bit more. I mean, that's like I drew here. Some more sideways in this, come down back to 68, 65, maybe even 60. Who the hell knows? Then you break upward. Yeah, there's that possibility. I mean, this is like a giant, right here, a giant reverse head and shoulders. Here. This could go on until January, maybe. I mean, this boringness, that would be very boring, but it's possible. And then you break upward into, March or February or January. So we do have that possibility. I mean, I don't know what's really... If you want ETH to really bleed against Bitcoin, I think you would want to do it in a sense where we're coming down, but I don't know. We could look at Well, the thing I was looking at was treasuries and mortgage rates. I thought they're hitting a big point, so, or about to hit a big point. I think mortgage rates will reject off around 6.6%. That chart doesn't really, it's better to look at the 30-year for treasury for this. You could zoom in on it, but pretty decent area. We could draw, let's just see if there's freaking, okay, golden pocket right here. So we are hitting a major point. That was another point, but we'll move that up because we like our points to make us look smart. So this is the big area we're looking at. 3 weeks still looks good, but I think your weekly is going to come down and give you what you need here, especially with the next meeting. And I think that would be the top there for that. And we would, hopefully reject from this. It would make sense for markets to have a pullback if that does happen. You still could come down while markets are generally coming up as well. But I do think, maybe into next year, it could be as early as that. Like, this is where a refinance really starts to happen, right around here. So, I mean, there's that. So, yeah. But it'll be fun. We'll see what happens with this election. We'll see what happens in the next 5 days. We'll see. We'll definitely have to see. I mean, traditional markets, those charts are just, interesting to say the least. Yeah. If we look at some, let's look at the triple Q. It's coming down a little bit. Didn't quite make new all-time highs yet. And you have a bear div on your daily. So, and there is that. And yeah. Kind of looks like you might come down a little bit. Along with Bitcoin and along a lot of other things, it looks like you may come down a bit. So yeah. Oh, did we just cut out? I think we're back now. Yeah, we should be back. Anyway. And I always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. That means a lot. I mean, at this point, people have made up their minds. What the market does is not gonna, unless you completely nuke badly, that's not gonna affect the way people vote. I mean, how many points are you above this high? What percentage? About 20%. Still a lot. Still a good amount. But you're nuking a little bit here. I don't think it's going to be that bad. You could come back to this point, 560 for S&P 500. What's up, Nick Gill? Appreciate you. So, yeah. So that's that right there. And if we look at, I don't know, Carvana was jumping, yeah. Did they file bankruptcy at this point? I feel like you had to if you came down that much, you know what I mean? 99% down and all the way back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's not that often you see something come down 99% and come back all the way. It's pretty rare, actually. It's pretty rare. What is up? Who? Is that the who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? I think that's who I think it is. What's going on, bro? What's going on? You've been quiet. You've been quiet. I'm in Bali right now, man. But yeah. I don't know if that's the Huda. I think it is. I think it is the Huda. I think it is, though. Okay. Okay. Somebody coming back from the depths of... Somebody coming back from the graveyard, coming back up. I don't know if anybody remembers. I've had you on the channel. It's not the full name of it. I don't know if you want. Do you want me to say who you are? Like the full name of your channel? Because I don't think people know you as just who. Yeah, we're coming down a little bit right now. Trades in profit. A little bit more. Yeah, you already saw the stop loss. How much did I risk on this? Okay, 900. Nothing too crazy. The expat life, pretty good, pretty good. Bali is pretty good. I was in Thailand before this. I don't know if you know, for about a month. What's that event that's coming up in Thailand? Hoop Money. Yeah, shout out to Hoop Money. I don't know if you're coming back. But yeah, I was in, what's that event that's coming up? Oh, I got an email inviting me to it. I already like planned to go to Taiwan when it's, or I'm still going to be in Bali actually, because I'm in Bali another 2 weeks. But like my flight's to Taiwan, but I almost want to go back to Bangkok for the crypto event. Jim Rogers is going to be speaking at it. Let me see if I can find it. Because some of you guys may know of it. What was I gonna? Oh, damn. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, the WOW Summit, WOW Summit, at the M Sphere in Bangkok on Monday, November 11th. Yeah, I think it's a one-day event. I don't know if it's completely crypto or whatever. I looked at it briefly. I know Jim Rogers is gonna be speaking at it. It's a commodity guy, but yeah. I read his book Street Smarts a while ago, but anyway. I don't think I'm going to go to that. I already have my flight to Taiwan planned out, so got to hit Taiwan, you know. Good place. Bitcoin dominance, yeah, coming up. But man, I remember one of your fans used to ask me, or like comment, like, "Where's your buddy Hoop Money?" You know what I mean? I wonder if he's here, watch this, he's gonna be going nuts. Oh my God, he's back! He's making it. But that's like, imagine if you were somebody who was like so big and then you just fell off the face of the earth and you just come back and some like, you know, live stream that has like 20 live viewers, or how many 33 live viewers, you know, that it's like, whoa. But man, no, I'm still here. I'm still here. We're still here. What's that Tom Brady? What's the Tom Brady verse that's going, "We're still here"? I don't know why I want to watch.
Excited. I hope you guys are excited. And as Des said, let's let them hear it all the way down in Atlanta. We're still here. 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 All right. Oh, yeah.
I kind of like that. I don't know. Kind of like that. Anyway, we're still here. we're nuking. Good thing I entered that short. We are dumping. Market going down. And ETH, Bitcoin making new lows. Making new lows. That 2 week I'm waiting for. Next 2 week bull dip probably will get you what you need here. Man, we'll see how bearish things happen. How bearish things end up turning out. But yeah. How's Miami's housing market doing? They're trying to come back up a little bit here. ApeCoin's dumping. That's some of this could come down more. Some of this could come down more. If it was 64K, no. I mean, I would still stay. I wouldn't, you know, I mean, I don't think it would take a lot for me to become all out bear. I mean, I think we'd have to go down to like lose 50K, 4K, lose this spiral line for me to become an all out bear. And I don't think that's going to happen. It is possible we could dump down, I guess. I mean, you're still in that range kind of. If you come down to these areas, I don't think you would lose, 50K. I mean, we'll play it how it looks. High time frames still look pretty good. Your middle time frames indicate potentially coming down to 68K. So we'll see. Wanted to look at crypto funding rates and then crypto oils. Crypto funding rates still generally positive, nothing too crazy. Actually, let's look at crypto oils. They should make, we got crypto, digital real estate, crypto NFT, real estate NFTs. We should make real estate oil or crypto oil NFTs. It's not, nothing's happening. It's just boring. I would guess this would generally continue to go down, but who knows? One week blood diamond. Let me see that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was. If it goes all the way down. I think it's just we were due for one not to be. We had one that was bad, and then we were due for one to be, not so bad. So that's just my view. It seems like we're forming like a giant freaking head and shoulders. That's the other. If we look at. There and then there. It's by the dip, yeah. Well, there's not much of a dip yet. I mean, yeah, 70K. Dip down to 70K. Yeah, it's a dip. Somebody was telling me this one was coming up a bit. That and Progressive, the insurance ones. I mean, that's a wait, but pandemic low, you're up. Yeah, you're up a lot. It does look like you may come down. I think everything will come down a little bit right now. How about you just look at this from where it was pandemic. There, yeah. Yeah, you're up a lot. Yeah. Yeah, the inverse head. It's a giant inverse head and shoulders, yeah. The last one we'll get, the last blood diamond. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, yeah. Did anyone see Alex Becker's new video? He said he sold everything. I'm just kidding. I think he kind of did say, I don't know, it was somewhat clickbait. It was probably saying you got to sell when it gets euphoric in a few months or something. I don't know. I think it'll take longer than that, though. Retest 68K, yeah. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking right now. And by the way, guys, here's the new exchange that I started using. BYDFI. Used to be BitYard. I like the name. Yeah, you could tell someone who is not an native English speaker came up with this name. BitYard. But yeah, it is a really good exchange for no KYC, no VPN. It's been around a while, so I don't imagine it closing down like Fairdesk has. Kind of an unfortunate thing there, but no KYC. At least not yet. I think we got some time. Good deposit bonuses, and I was able to get you 10% off all the fees with my link. The link is down below. So 10% off. I think they told me it should be for life, but I mean, you know, it seems too good to be true. Same exact thing on BloFin. BloFin, you can get a 10% cash back on your deposit as well. Futures bonus, so check that out. Links are in the description below. If you deposit at least $100 into any of the exchanges down below and open a support ticket in the Discord with your UID, we'll give you 1 free month there. Yep, it is no KYC. And then, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, my guess here is, not to be the bringer of bad news, ETH, Bitcoin to here, and maybe others versus Bitcoin I like to look at. Let's just see, what's the next freaking, like, area here? Okay, so that's the big area that we're looking at right now. You do have a little bit lower in area, so maybe that's the bottom. I don't know why I want to do, yeah, that's not going to tell us anything. That's not the right way to do it, but let's do a really freaking, at this point, let's just go big or go home, you know. That's the next big place, and if you lose that, then you may be coming down a bit more here. We got to talk about all the possibilities. So, I mean, it's probably a repeat of this, kind of, sort of. Yeah. Damn. And then 30% down. I feel like it's not going to be that bad. From April, we did see that. You know, in 2 months, I wouldn't expect it to be that bad, but we'll see. I mean, it could land somewhere between there, too. That's always possible. But that's, yeah, that's what we got to look at here. So there's that. Others versus Bitcoin. Let's look at others in general. Just other otros. Otros. Aquí. Mira. True wave right there. I mean, macro looks good in just about everything here, guys. I mean, macro, you could see short-term stuff come back, but macro so far looks good. Shy of that weird bearish case down back down to 2K or whatever, but I don't really think that's going to happen, but we'll see. Weekly red, I can ash you though. So yeah, that's that. Let's see here. Government handle plus 2 week green dot. Two-week green dot plus, yeah. Well, I didn't look at Sol yet today. Let's look at Sol. Good thing to probably take a look at. Let's see here. So it does look like you may be heading back to 162 or even 155. So very range bound, boring situation here. Oh, you know what I want to look at quickly? This short term does look like it can come down with everything else probably. I wanted to look at what ETH did in 2016. Let's see. What did ETH do in, ooh, okay. So here's your case for things to get ugly. Obviously October has been better than that so far, but here's your case for things to come down. Because that was just straight down for those periods of time. And now, well, if we look at it right now, yeah, if it's like that, then you're looking at a drop into the end of the year, maybe even early next year. That would be, I mean, your main scene of the crime, yeah. Possible. It's possible, I'll say that. I kind of want, I mean, I want, you know, even when you look at the 5-day, I want this to go downward. I do have some more cash I want to put in at lower levels. And I think you're going to be able to make a lot more money if it does go a little downward, a little bit farther. But really, worst case scenario is only another 30% down probably. So it's not that bad, in my opinion. Jay Schlongen. Oh, Jay Schlongen, when is it time to sell in 2025 according to Alex Becker? That's a good question. When is it time to sell? So yeah. Let's also look at, you know, another one that we've been waiting for, the, you know, big lows. It does look like you're going to come down to 400 Satoshis here. Big place right there. Looks like you're probably going to get there. December 2020 was your second look. That's second. Yeah. It's like a different situation, but you came back there, then you shot up. So you come down to these points in December and then shoot right back up. This is October, November of 2017. Alexis, you may be right about that. Possible. Not too unrealistic numbers. I hope things are low around Christmas. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, I'll tell you, I want things to go lower. I do want things to go lower. I don't know if we will see that, but I do want things to go lower over the next 2 months. And there is no money like short money, as a lot of people say. There is no money like short money. It's scary money, but there's no money like short money. So yeah. I mean, we did in 2020, we did see a Thanksgiving dump. We did see that in 2020. So, I mean, what happened in, let's look at 2020 again, actually. Pandemic, August dropout. Yeah, that looks like nothing in December. Yeah. It's more spread out, though. I think it would be more of a, yeah. Another giant head and shoulder situation. That bottom of that head and shoulder would be around 1800. I'm not saying it's going there. I think it's probably not going there, but who knows? So we'll see. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, here's a new exchange. I got this trade open over on BYDFI. That and BloFin, I think, are the two best ones to use for non-KYC approaches. Formerly BitYard here. Got the code down below. 10% off fees. They said hopefully for life with my link down below. Seems too good to be true though. The 10% off fees with my link down below. Same with BloFin. Get the futures bonus too with BloFin. So yeah, check them out. The links are in the description below. Anyway, guys, I think I may kind of wrap it up here. And by the way, if you do deposit at least $100 in either of those exchanges, I'll give you one free month in Discord. Just open a support ticket with your UID. I think that's about it, guys. Pretty much all I wanted to go over. I think we can go lower a bit here, maybe into election. We'll see what happens with a Trump victory, a Kamala victory, or no victory. And just a fight to the Supreme Court. We'll see what happens with that. Tesla now again rejecting this level here. So we went over quite a bit of stuff. I think a lot of the markets can come down a little bit here. I think a lot of the markets can come down a little bit more here. That's just my opinion right now. I just want to look at Coinbase. $152. Maybe back to 152 here. Maybe. We'll see. That 2-week looks damn good. So I think it could consolidate in this area for a while, then break upward. Yeah. I appreciate you, Alexis. Yep. Central America. I miss Central America. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going pretty quick. So, yeah, I'm going to get going. Got to sleep. Got to move into a